This is the story of a battle between Indra and one of his very popular enemies called Vritrasura. So Vritrasura, his whole existence, the birth of Vritrasura happened so that his father, who was Tvashta, whose son, the elder son, was already killed by Indra. So Tvashta wanted revenge. So to avenge his elder son, Tvashta wanted another son who would vanquish, who would slay Indra. So he performed a yajna, but because of his lack of awareness, there was one very subtle, small, minute mistake that he made when he sought a child who would kill Indra. That was his seeking. Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. This is the phrase that he had to utter and perform that yajna to beget a son who would kill Indra. Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. But there are two ways of chanting that same mantra, where Indra is pronounced normally, Shatrur Vardhasva. So Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. When that Shatru goes upwards, Indra Shatrur Vardhasva, like that. Shatrur, that tru when it goes up, and Vardhasva when it goes up, it means may the enemy of Indra find that growth, find Bala and Pushti and Vardhana. But because of his fate, ill fate, Tvashta chanted it as Indra. That Indra part went up. Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. So Vardha, the dha came down, and because of this, Vardhana got applied to Indra. So instead of Tatpurusha Samasa, which is the first, it became, the meaning got conveyed as Bahuvrihi Samasa, which is at the bottom. And then he gave birth to Vritrasura, whose destiny was to be killed by Indra. So a son who kills Indra is the first line. A son who gets killed by Indra is the second line. So this is one story that narrates the ill fate of those who do not pay attention to how subtle the chants are. So this is when it comes to the swara of a chant. There are 7 swaras. In fact, most of the musicians know that there are 7 swarasthanas, right? So sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, this everybody knows. There are 7. How did 7 come about? All of those again go back to pranava. From 1, which is omkara, 3 came about. The 3 udatta, anudatta and swarita, the 3 swarasthanas. From those 3, those 3 branched out into 7. So udatte nishada gandharau. So from udatta, ni and ga came about. Anudatta rishabhadhaivatau. From anudatta, the re and dha came about. But this will take us deeper and deeper into Sangita Shastra, which we have been trying to cover through a different set of different playlist through the Silent Flautist. We'll do that as a separate exercise. But for this exercise, what we need to be aware of and master are the 3 swarasthanas. Those, the technical names of which are udatta, anudatta and swarita. I hope you guys can hear this now. This is an experiment. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Is the sound audible? No. Is it too feeble? Yes? Clearly audible. Amazing. This is the middle pitch among the 3 lines. Thank you so much for the confirmations, guys. It's amazing that all of this is happening without electricity here in Hyderabad. Anyway. this is the middle pitch. In these 3 lines that you see right here, this is the middle one. If this can be any particular frequency, it is not necessary. Right now I am playing a D, if any of the musicians or anybody else is interested. If we take this as the bass note, the note below it, the first line, the line below, is this. So you see, Om is in the middle. So Om you would chant here. Ga is at the bottom. So Ga would be like this. Ga, ga, na, na. Na is at the top. Na. Yes, for those who are interested, right now what I'm playing is D, C and D sharp. It's not D, D sharp and C. The note below is C, the one in the middle is D, and the one above is D sharp. So it is one half note above, one whole note below. This is all of this technical jargon is for those of you who are interested, who know about, who understand this. But just know that our videos have this playing in the background in a very mild way. Of course, none of this background music is used when somebody is teaching it live. It is not, used. Even a tanpura, which is a drone which most Indian classical musicians, both Carnatic and Hindustani, use, is not usually traditionally present when chanting the Vedas. The person who is chanting himself or herself is the tanpura within themselves with practice. But for us, for beginners, we can choose any particular bass note. If we choose E, for example, as our bass note, the note below would become D. Gana na antva. So this is how it would go. It would, if we choose E as the bass note, it would be D and F. So that is how it would be. I hope, I just wanted to demonstrate this. It's nice that you guys are able to hear this also. So Om Gana na antva Ganapati. So Ganapati. The Ga would be is at the bottom. Ganapati Gam. Ganapati Gam. See, Ga at the bottom, Na at the middle, Pa at the top, and back to Tim. Ti Ganapati. So it is very important, extremely important, that we just don't just chant it as Ganapati. It is Ganapati. You see, at the bottom it is Ganapati. You see all these very young children of Vedas putting their hand like this and doing Ganana Antva Ganapati. So they are actually notating these movements up and down along these lines. But of course, they did not have the help of videos and of course no screens, etc. We need all these crutches that we can get to get started with Vedas at this level. So with this kind of an audio-visual format, to be able to clearly pronounce any Veda mantra without making any mistakes, either of Swara or of Varna, we'll be taking our learning forward. This is the audio-visual chant of the MahaGanapati mantra that we had seen, that has already been posted on the Sanskrit channel. ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः. We'll listen to this one more time. गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः. Yeah, so as you see, it's chanted very, very slowly with a clear emphasis on which sound is being chanted, which varna is being chanted at which swara among the three swarasthanas. So I hope this video that was posted of 108 times chant of this complete Mahaganapati mantra you guys have gone through. This makes sure that none of the disasters which were mentioned before happen.